collective tax. In fact, it was a joint tax and it's still a joint tax. The tax of building Nigeria is a joint tax. There is a particular adage in my client that says Nunke, this Yogidanki wood. What that simply means, one finger can never remove lice from your head. It takes two fingers or maybe three or more. So it was a joint task. The new dawn in his wisdom, even before the party adopted the candidacy of Tajuddin Abbas, Doctor PhD, even before the presidency adopted the candidacy of Tajuddin Abbas, we saw the light and the wisdom in the personality of Dr. Tajuddin Abbas, his disposition towards issue. Like me, I came into the 10th Assembly through a supplementary election. That means others must have arrived here before I did. So when I arrived, it wasn't difficult for me to pinpoint and know exactly that this man has the character, has the competency, and the charisma to hold the seat of the 10th Assembly. He was very humble. The first day I landed in his office, he stood up and welcomed me as a human being, not minding the fact that I am just a first timer, so to say. He has been there, probably this is his third time. So he received me and we even shared a meal together. So to me, that went a long way to know that this is a man that loves his people and by extension is going to love members of the 10th Assembly, irrespective of your political affiliation, and is going to make sure that whatever comes to the 10th Assembly spread across. And let me equally place this on record. In the 10th Assembly, when I moved my first motion, I did not even have the time to go through the entire standing orders of the House to know all the rules and regulations and what you must wear and what you must not wear. I wore a particular dress, the dress is here, but it was a native. I didn't know that for every native that you put on, it must complement it with a hat or a cap. So I didn't know that, but when I stood up to move the motion, a ranking member observed me and said I wasn't properly dressed. But the speaker saved me and safeguarded me and protected me to still went on to move my motion. So if it was just a conventional speaker, I would have said, okay, Clement, forget it, you are not properly dressed. Go. But that is a father figure that he displayed. He showed love, and my constituents equally loved him dearly for that. So then coming to the Senate, of course, nobody doubts the credentials of Senator Gospel Ogodokbag. You rightly mentioned it. He has been a commissioner in Akwa Ibom State, spanning across three different ministries for about 6 years. He rose from there and contested the governorship seat of Akwa Ibom State in 2007 and won. And let me equally place on record, he contested against the incumbent as at that time and won. Then he won another election and became the Senate and went to the Senate. And of course, going to the Senate, I think it was in the 8th Assembly, he became the Senate minority leader despite the fact that he was a first timer. Then he went again, that did not work out well, and he came back and went again, and today is the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I have no doubt with his credentials that are spanned across different sectors, executive, legislature, and all that, is displaying it in the 10th Assembly. So the Senate is better. I'm not even sure that of all the people that contested for that Senate seat in the 10th Assembly, any had his credentials. No.
On that note, we thank